high spots and cheap pops. Ladies and gentlemen, arguably the most historic day in professional wrestling, at least the last 50 years. And we are here to take you through it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Silicon Steve Valli. I'm with Vladi, Dadi. Oh, and he is partying. He's partying like it's 1979. The last time Vince McMahon was not head, the last decade that Vince McMahon was not head of WWE in some capacity, particularly creative. Vladi Dadi today, Vince McMahon, with under the scrutiny of the investigation of the alleged sexual liaisons with a lot of people and some maybe inappropriate, paying $12 million in hush money. Over that, we get Vincent Kennedy McMahon retiring, saying goodbye to the WWE Universe via a press release, I believe. Not even in front of them, as he did not show up on SmackDown. Vladi Dadi, your initial reaction when you heard Vincent Kennedy McMahon is stepping away from the professional wrestling and sports entertainment business.
My initial reaction was like, it was a little bit of shock, but I felt this coming. Especially with the way the pieces have been played, Stephanie returning, the investigation continuing, rumors of more stories coming out, and then all of a sudden waking up this morning and you're hearing that Triple H is back as executive vice president and head of talent relations. I'm like thinking, you and I even exchanged some words on text and we're like, both, hey, like, great move. This is like, they're moving in a good spot. And then by the end of the day, Vince retires. So this must have been a really interesting, historic, mind-blowing day in Stamford or Greenwich, Connecticut, right?
No, Stamford. That's where the
Stamford. So Stamford.
It is Stamford.
Yeah. So Stamford, Connecticut. Like, so this, like, they never probably felt that this day would actually come. It would like arrive, and then here it is. And I didn't actually see the press release as of just this moment, but I did see his tweet, and I thought, I'm like, wow, he played it to the age, and basically getting older, and it was his time to go all of a sudden, as if there was no other reason to leave at this moment. Vince, they broke the mold when they made him.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to say it. There's a lot of other ways to say it, actually, if you really think about it, because when you think about Vince McMahon, and I don't want to get too much, I'm almost, I don't want to say devoid of emotion, but this is, I don't know if I'm still setting into the realization, or I don't know if I should be happy or sad. Vince McMahon is a very polarizing person. He's even polarizing within myself, because I realize he's helped a lot of people and he's created this magical place and brought professional wrestling into a new era, a new age, where his influence is going to be felt for generations to come. But he also was really, really shitty to a lot of people. Really shitty.
He was.
Not just the women. Not just the women. There were a lot of professional wrestlers that have made accusations toward Vince. He's fired people unceremoniously. He's treated people like absolute dog shit. Vince McMahon is the perfect example of humanity, the yin and the yang. There's a lot of negatives and a lot of positives. I would say the last 20 years has been arguably the most negative of his entire career, the last 10 years. And you could start with CM Punk dropping that pipe bomb. That moment forward, I think there was a shift in the kind of respect he was getting from every WWE superstar.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them thought he was out of touch. A lot of them thought he was no longer the genius that created this business to what it is today. And many people can argue he wore out his welcome, particularly creatively, but also in the manner in which he did business and the way he spoke to people. And I don't think that this is remotely not probable. And this is probable. There's going to be a lot more shit coming out about Vince McMahon. So I'm not going to praise him right now because I am in fear that something really, really terrible might come out because that was against him. Because why would you essentially give all of your detractors, everybody, the middle finger when this first report first comes out and the second report comes out, still having this laissez-faire attitude, business as usual, he's not going anywhere, he's not backing down. But all of a sudden, to your point, Triple H is named and he retires. Somebody forced that dude out. It's that simple. Vince McMahon, the most powerful man in this business, was no longer the most powerful man in this business for the first time in 5 decades. Tomorrow morning, we wake up and Vince McMahon no longer will have the stranglehold on the business that he held since the early 80s. That's a fact. He left this business better than how he left it, by far. However, there's a lot of talk about souls. There's a lot of skeletons in the Vince McMahon closet. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.